Assalamualaikum and a good day to my beloved lecturer and my fellow friends. Today we would like to present about our final project, Fundamental of Commuting, and our lecturer is Madam Nur Asma binti Hussain, and we are from section 31, and we are from group 9. Our members are Muhammad K bin Shafiq, Muhammad Taufiq bin Hajamaddin, Kirtana Anak Perempuan Partiban, and me, Ainuri Sofia bin Halimi. So I'd like to talk about the main of our project is to create a program for a sandwich shop. The program will accept the customer's order, including the item and the quantity of the item. So finally, it will calculate and print out the customer's receipt or bill for their customized purchase. So I'd like to pass to Kirtana to present about flowchart.
Before I get into the flowchart, I'd like to explain about the function of the sheets. So the parallelogram will be the input or output, and then the rectangle will be the process box, and the diamond will be the conditional box. Then then the program will start, and then it will print the menu of the items in the sandwich shop. It will initialize the variable I, and it will assign to the variable I. After that, it enters the while loop, and with the condition of I equals to 1. If the condition is true, it will print choose available sandwich code as a prompt to ask the customer or user to input a selected code, and it reads the code and it determines either the code is M or C or P or T. If it's neither of any of the four codes, the page will print invalid and try again, and it will repeat the looping process. On the other end, if the code is equals to any of the code, for example, if the code is equals to code M, then the program will assign the variable to I equals to 2. Then it breaks out the switch statement on the while loop. Then the one on the left will be the connector for the next page. So now we will move on to the next page. It will print the quantity and it executes to calculate the price function. So the total will be the calculate price. And now I'll pass it to Ainuri to explain about the calculate price and the add item.
So this function is called as calculate price. It will get quantity entered by the customer as a parameter. So from this program, we will enter the switch statement, check whether it is M, C, P or T. The program will set the price to corresponding volume. If the code entered is M, it is called as a true statement and assign the price as 8 ringgit. If it is false statement, for example code C, it is assigned as 7 ringgit 50 cent. And the total, and then it will calculate the total, which is price times the quantity of item. So, and then it will break out of the switch statement. Then it calculate the total amount by multiplying the price item with the quantity of the item. Lastly, the function will return the value of amount back to the main function. So this function is called as add item. Okay, this function will get the total and get quantity as a parameter, and will print additional choice as a prompt to the customer as whether they want to add cheese or not. It will read the input of the cheese. If the cheese equal to Y, stand for yes, it will add RM ringgit, 1 ringgit 50 cent for each. And then it will calculate the new total and it will print out the total of the price. And then the new price will equal to the total times 6% of the government tax. And then it will print the new price and return to the new price. I will pass to Kirtana to continue.
The value returned to calculate the value returned will be to the calculate price, and then it will assign the new price equals to the value returned to add item function. Finally, it prints the receipt of the customer purchase by displaying the items, quantity of the items, cheese, total price, and the new total and the new price, including the government tax.
Alright, moving on to the actual programming in the dev C++. We have lines 1 to 4, the pre-process directives, and from line 1 to 3 in the brackets we have the header files, which IO stream. The function is to allow output display on screen and input from keyboard, while the header file f stream operates the input and output file. And lastly, the IO manip is responsible for manipulation for output and input formats. Alright, for line 5 to 6, we have the function prototype, which are the parameters of the data type is character, integer, and double. Alright, moving on to line 8, we have the off-stream receipt, which the receipt is the file stream of the object's name. And okay, moving on to the integer main, from lines 12 all the way down to 27, we have the structural programming of the actual menu, which is displayed on the output box. As you can see, the main manipulators used are setW. Alright, for example, in line 12, we have setW with the value of 15, which the manipulator being right justified will be displayed 15 from the right. For example, sandwich has 8 characters, so 8 from the right, and the remaining 7 boxes will be left as empty. So the different values of the setW will determine the different lengths or the different distances of the columns. Alright, moving on to line 29, we have the receipt open of the txt file name, which is byte me receipt at _69 G9. I'm sorry for that, my bad. Okay, for line 30, we have receipt and the output in quotations. Byte me receipt will be printed into the file. Alright, proceeding below onto line 32, we have the declaration of variables total, which is the total price of the purchase. Next, we have quantity, variable quantity, which is the quantity of items. We have the variable new price, which is the price including the government tax. And lastly, we have the price, which is the price listed in the menu above. Alright, this is all in data type double. Alright, below we have line 33, the declaration of variable code in data type character. So in 34, we have the initialization, which is denoted as I and assigned to the value of 1, integer 1. And at line 36, we have a while loop with the condition of I equals to 1. The output will be displayed as choose available sandwich code. And the cin entered on the keyboard will be the code. And moving down below, we have the switch statement, which the code is being expressed. So in lines 43 to 47, we have the cases in which this case is the code. So if the code entered is M, C, P, or T, the I value will be assigned to 2, and this will break out of the switch statement and also out of the while loop. However, if the code entered is neither M, C, P, or T, this will the C out or the output displayed will be invalid. Try again, and this will break out of the switch statement but not out of the while loop, so the whole process will repeat again. Alright, so the next we have the output displayed on the screen will be quantity, and the cin keyed in will be the QTY, the quantity. Alright, next I will pass on to Taufik.
Alright, so now we go to the function calculate price. So from line 53, we go down all the way to line number 63. This is the function. The double is the data type for the return value, and the function name is calprice. And the parameters are code and quantity with their respective data types in character and in integer. So next in line 65, we have the declaration of the variables price and the total. Both are declared in the data type double. And in line number 67, the program will enter the switch statement. So in the switch statement, the expression will be the code entered by the user or the customer. So in case the code is equals to M or C or P or T, the program will assign the variable price to the corresponding values. So for example, if the code equals to M, the price will be assigned to A, and it will continue to print a sandwich named meatball in the receipt file, and so it will break out of the switch. After it break out of the switch, it will print out the quantity in the receipt file, and then proceed to line number 76. The program will calculate the total by multiplying the price with the quantity of the item. And next, the function will return the value of the total back to the main function. So from the main function, in line number 53, the variable total is assigned to the value returned by the function calculate price, and then it proceed to the function add item in line number 80. So the double is the return value, add item is the name of the function, and then the total and quantity are the parameters with the respective data types in double and integer. So next, it will declare the variable cheese in the character data type, and the variable new price in the data type of double in line 83. So continuing to line number 85, the program will output additional cheese, asking the user or the customer whether they want to add cheese to their sandwiches. So the program will read the input, and then it will enter the if statement. If the cheese equals to Y, then it will print add cheese equals yes in the receipt file, and it will print out add 1 ringgit 50 cents for each in the output box. And then the program will calculate the new total by adding 150 to each of the sandwiches. So for example, if the quantity of the item is 2, so it will 150 will be multiplied with 2, and then added to the total to calculate the new total. Else, if the value for cheese is not equal to Y, then the program will print add cheese equals no in the receipt file. After that, it will print out in line number 98. It will print out the total price using the manipulator fixed and set precision 2. It will set only 2 decimal places for the value displayed. So for example, if the total is 16 ringgit, it will print out 16.00, and then after that it will print the same thing in the receipt file, which is in the line number 99. So continuing to line number 101, the new price is assigned equal to total plus total times 0.06. This is for the calculation of to add the 6% government tax. And next, the program will output new price plus government tax 6% equals RM, and it will display the new price. And it same goes for the receipt file. It will print the new price also. And finally, this function will return the new price back to the main function. So moving back to the main function, after that, the program will continue to print out bill was printed to byte me receipt G9, and line 57, the receipt also will print out the receipt file will be print out thank you and please come again. And finally, for line number 59, the receipt file will be closed, and it returns to value 0, which represents that the program has ended.
Okay, this box shows expected output that we get from the code programming. Next, and this is the receipt that we get. So I think that's all from our group 9. So thank you for listening and your attention. Thank you.